sorry I've been quiet for this last couple Alaskan videos. I actually forgot that I switched categories to just chatting. Uh, it makes more sense because I was just taking the first 30 minutes of the stream before that. If you look at my last couple of weeks before I took a break on YouTube, the videos are like that. But I thought what I could do today is talk about Piccolo, since I'm going to be using Piccolo a lot. Well, all week until Tuesday. And so, okay, where to start? So Piccolo is actually Goku's rival from before Dragon Ball Z starts. And it's really cool that they made Piccolo one of the playable characters in this game. In fact, he's the only non-Saiyan playable character in Kakarot. For now. I mean, it would be cool if we could play as all of them, but if I had to pick one that can't go Super Saiyan, Piccolo would definitely be my choice. Yeah, that's right. And okay, so yeah, but Piccolo and Goku competed against each other in the World Martial Arts Tournament. That's how they know each other. And before that, there was the Demon King Piccolo, who is technically this Piccolo's father, you could say. Piccolo's got a really complicated origin story.
Looks like someone wants to die.
But one interesting thing is Piccolo's got 5 fingers in this game, right from the beginning. And it's one of the things they had to, I think, go back and retcon in the series, is that when they first drew him, he had 4 fingers. And that includes when he did the special beam cannon against Raditz. Well, actually, yeah, the first time he actually used that move. Oh, hey. But yeah, for I think for Dragon Ball Z Kai and for this canon they went with the 5 fingers. But I know there must have been some controversy over that back in the day. It's not really a big deal now, but I will say for a video game it makes more sense, because you do want, you know, they have that key blast, you know, function that you can do at any time in the combat mode, and you want to use the same bones for the hands for the different sprites if you can. It just makes the combat mode easier. And Piccolo, the Piccolo sprite you fight is actually the first one, first battle in the game. It's actually the tutorial fight. You play as Goku, you know, the namesake Kakarot of the game. And you just do a battle against Piccolo. So it might have been one of the first NPC.
I wasn't expecting to find something this good.
Combat system off of. This is
I wasn't expecting to find something this good.
Scenario, because Vegeta is combat
this
was pretty
is
much
more
the same
like
as
it.
Goku. I mean, but I'd say there's the greatest difference in the combat styles between Goku and Piccolo for a lot of reasons. I mean, first of all, you know, Goku has the most transformations, and Piccolo actually is the least if you think about it. Well, there's Trunks who has the one Super Saiyan form, and then Piccolo transforms. He's the true Namekian fusion, which is not quite the same as one of the actual transformations. It seems actually to me more like something they added for the game.
I wasn't expecting to find something this good.
Because they knew they were going to build in the transformation panel for all the playable characters anyway. So they just added the true Namekian fusion thing, which you get after, at some point during the Cell games. Here we go. Okay, and okay, I like this. Oh, you know what? Give a drawing of that thing in here. You can change the color, and I went with purple because, oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's right here. There's a fold out. This is the color that it comes in. I made this one purple, and I think Piccolo looks really good on it, if you ask me. Here. Oh. And yeah, this is something I don't know where that first got drawn, but it's actually a Harley with legs, but they can't call it that because of copyright issues. But yeah, it's comes in light blue. I like the purple one for Piccolo, and I'm just gonna do all of my Robo Walker stuff using Piccolo. So I'm gonna make that a special training mission for this week. For training Thursday, right after this Ask an Alaskan segment. Because and Piccolo's also the only character that wears a cape, and I like the way that looks on the Robo Walker. So there's that. That thing's pretty cool. Wow. It's harder than it looks. So, and just a few more backstory things about Piccolo while I'm talking about it. See, he's Namekian, that's why he's green. Oh, did I not? Oh, you can't open the start menu. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the encyclopedia. Story, characters. Let's look up Piccolo. Piccolo with no cape. See, he's got those, I know they look like antennae, but they're actually horns, like slugs and snails have. Can you zoom in on it? No. But, yeah, they make him look like a space alien, but I think he's technically more related to, some kind of mollusk. Or alien sea slug. Go back to this page. Okay. Yeah, it talks about Demon King Piccolo, and there's, they show up in those little, pictures you find. But you can tell the difference because Demon King Piccolo, looks a lot older. When he first shows up, he's really old, and then, he actually collects the Dragon Balls. He actually manages to kill, he kills Chaozu and Master Roshi and Krillin. Well, one of his minions actually kills Krillin. Yeah, Yamcha was, injured at the time from the from fighting Tien in the World Martial Arts Tournament. But, yeah, Piccolo killed everybody except Tien and Goku. And then he collected the Dragon Balls and actually managed to wish for immortality. Like, he actually did that. The thing Frieza wanted to do, Demon King Piccolo actually managed to do that. Okay, good. This talks about the... Yeah, this part's really hard to explain, so I'm glad they put it in the encyclopedia. You can just read that while I talk, or pause, or whatever. Yeah, and this is the part that really... He wishes for immortality, and then immediately kills the dragon. Yeah. Like, he gets his wish, and before the dragon can... And the Dragon Balls, right before that happens, he just does a blast out of his mouth and just kills the dragon, like, with one attack. So that was Demon King Piccolo, obviously a very bad guy, totally not even playing fair. So yeah, Goku had to train a lot, but yeah, you had to take care of that. But then you probably, if you've watched the show a lot, you might have seen that scene where Goku punches through the Demon King Piccolo's chest with one attack. Literally all his other limbs are broken, so all he had left was one fist that he put all his power into. And then that egg comes out of his mouth, and that's this Piccolo. And then, I think it's 3 years later, or 5 years later. I think it's 3 years later, there's another tournament, and then Piccolo shows up all grown up, and that's when Goku actually has his growth spurt in that time too, which was a big controversy for the animators because they never drew a character grow up before. But it's a pretty good thing they did, because if they hadn't done that, Goku would have remained a little kid forever. But we don't need to go into all the details of why it's like that. This Piccolo? Yeah. 5 fingers. I'm looking for Kami. See if it says anything about it. It should be in here. There we go. Yeah, there's Piccolo's other half. I'm just gonna show you because at this point in the story that I'm at, they've already fused. But yeah, the original Demon King Piccolo looked like that. And yeah, I think it was actually after Goku fought that guy that he met Kami. Because the first time Goku saw this guy, he thought he was a bad guy. He tried to attack, but it didn't work. Oh, look at the cape. Oh. Okay. Huh. Yeah, and after they fused, these guys' Dragon Balls disappeared. And the new Dragon Balls are actually Dende's Dragon Balls. And the reason that's important is because before that in the story, if Piccolo died, that meant Kami died. And that's why the Dragon Balls disappeared, and why they had to go to Namek, and where they met Frieza. And here's Mr. Popo. Huh, I didn't know it was it looks good for 1,000. Huh. Yeah, oh good. And that's how they get the dragon back. Yeah, sorry, Mr. Popo makes a replica. There's a little statue that when the dragon died, it was all broken, and Mr. Popo fixed it, and then Kami breathed his life into it or something. They didn't show that part, but that's how the dragon comes back. There we go. 4 legs, good. Yeah, this part's pretty important. That's the dragon. He's got 4 legs. His name means long snake, because he's really long and, snake-like. Hey, Purunga. God of Dreams. Okay. So that's about all the necessary information about where Piccolo came from and who he is and why he's green and all that stuff. So most of the rest of this stream, I'll just be focusing on how cool Piccolo looks on this Robo Walker. I don't know why I ever drive the car as Piccolo. Man. And there's a few moves that Piccolo can do in the show that he can't do here. For example, Piccolo can split himself up to, I think, 2 or 3 times. And Tien Han can do that as well, but Piccolo can divide himself is actually a better technique. That's something they can't do in this game because, well, it would be more NPCs to keep track of, which I could see how that could slow down the game. Also, I don't really know how you would tell the game when you want to do that. I think maybe if you opened up the transformation palette, because Piccolo's got 3 open spots. But yeah, if you think about it, pretty much any kind of fight or technique you can think of has been done in Dragon Ball Z at one point or another.
I wasn't expecting to find something this good. This ought to be some high-quality meat.
And although they worked it into one of his combos, but Piccolo has the ability to stretch out his arms really long. He can actually also expand. He can grow to about the size of one of the great apes, even though they never had a battle like that. It is something that he can do, and he did try that during the World Martial Arts Tournament against Goku, and it didn't work, and he hasn't tried it again since. But it's a thing that Namekians can do. Fighter types like Piccolo. And what else? Well, an interesting thing is he can regenerate. He does it in the story mode. But if you cut off an arm or a leg, anything but his head, he can fully regenerate that, like, in an instant, pretty much. It doesn't come up in the combat mode. And I don't really see why it should. But there's a few techniques in there that I didn't recognize at first, like the explosive wave technique. That's one he used in Dragon Ball. And then one technique, the Hell Zone grenades, which I plan to use later today. In fact, that is one he used Piccolo actually had one of the better fights in the series, in my opinion, was the one against Android 17. So I'm going to use that instead of this one. Yeah, I might as well, since I'm talking about it. And I'll probably... I do need to do some horde battles later today, because it is Thursday. Here we go. I'm gonna turn this one on, because multi-hit master, you don't really need it in horde battles. This one I probably will need, just because it well, with Piccolo, since you do have plenty of space on the palette, you can revert out of that at any time, which I probably will, just to see what happens, just to see if there's a difference between when you're when this transformation is active during Surge, or when you're using this transformation and Surge is active, and when it's not. Because with the Super Saiyan forms, when you go into Surge mode, you can't use your finishers. But I thought I tested that once a long time ago. But now I can't remember what happened, so I'm gonna try it again. And I've actually had enough of these guys for now. Let's get there we go. Definitely get that tri-beam in there. Two of these. And 30. Now that looks good already. Don't really need off the radar because it's unlimited enemies, and it looks like there's gonna be lots of Z combos today. And when you do a Z combo, they teleport right next to you. So, good. Looks good. Okay, so that's about 30 minutes. Is there any more training I want to do here? Well, besides the Robo-Walker stuff. See, I don't know yet where the good, where the beginner spot is. Actually, I think the beginner one is by West City. So I'm gonna do the horde battles first, which is in here, and yeah, I'll unlock that training with Frieza too, so that's good. And I'm just gonna switch categories into Kakarot, and there'll be another Ask an Alaskan tomorrow, right before my Kakarot stream. So, just give me a second.